Tim and John, thank you so much for joining me. John, I'll start with you. I absolutely loved this movie. You know, it's one you watch and you can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, it's a 90-minute film and it all happens over one day. So in a way it's quite compact.
Yeah.
And it's people from all over the world in Britain in 1790, which is something I wanted to sort of suggest. There's father-daughter relationships and father-son relationships in it, and try to build a mythic world of Britain that could have existed that hasn't really been put on film, and then fill it with nutters like Tim Roth.
It works perfectly. What a cast you've got. And
Yeah.
Tim, when you got the script in for this, what made you want to do this film?
Oh, I thought it was mad, and the script stood on its own.
Yeah.
Because we immediately started going, what about? It happened straight away before I'd even said yes. I think.
Yeah.
Just from the actor's perspective, I remember meeting the Maniacs for the first time, and you see that lot coming at you. It was crazy, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it was like that from day one till we wrapped, and it seemed to go by too quickly, I have to say.
When they came to you with this role, what drew you to it?
I was really captivated by how quickly the story was evolving and changing, and how quickly Tornado really became someone from not knowing her true identity to a really strong and powerful woman and independent woman. So I really loved how the story was evolving constantly. And then I haven't challenged myself in sword fighting before this film.
You would never have known, because
Really?
I mean, you went for it with that sword. And Tim Koki, the lead,
Amazing, right?
incredible. I could not stop staring at her. Just incredible. Second, I think.
Second film, yeah. But probably first lead, and
There was no sense that she was intimidated by the Maniacs. Whatever was thrown at her, she could handle.
Yeah.
And it's very unusual.
And of course, Jack Lowden as well. Your son in that. How was he?
It's a pain in the ass. But we
It gives
covered
that
for him.
vibe.
It's
he's
lovely.
going nowhere, that guy.
No. John, for you, when you got that cast together, was that an amazing moment for you? Going, I mean, like,
Of course,
it
because
just
it's a
seemed
low
perfect.
budget film, you
Yeah.
know, and a very low budget for what we were trying to achieve. Everyone just embraced it. To have that caliber of actors that weren't like, shine the camera on me, you know, where's my big scene, where's my big speech? There was none of that,
So he's not a diva then, is what you're saying?
He's not a diva.
How was it for you shooting in Scotland in January and February in the middle of nowhere?
Cold. Very cold.
Was it freezing?
It was really difficult for me to keep my eyes open, without getting to water, getting watery eyes.
I was really surprised how constantly the weather changes.
Yeah.
It's as if all 4 seasons are in one day.
Yeah.
And then I was surprised how we kept shooting even if it's raining or snowing or different weathers, so that we have different options to actually use from.
And Fujin, in Japanese character, is the wind god. And the wind god's daughter is Tornado. And
Right.
and then
Very appropriate then.
shooting the puppet show, it was so windy, but he played, he added the great atmosphere.
Yeah.
And
And you have done some of the most iconic
I thought you were going to say
movies.
some of the worst movies.
Some of the worst movies in history.
Why? The question is why.
You've got to get kids through college.
You'll do anything. But some of the best, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. 30 years on, over 30 years on. Is it still special to you that means, or they mean so much to people?
I was kind of interesting. I would say more recently that there's young kids chasing you down.
Yeah.
And they've just seen these films. And I think that that's fantastic, because film is having a resurgence with a different group of people now. The mystery of going into a room to watch a film with a group of strangers is something that I think we should hold on to.